Hi, Jen. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you doing?
So I know that this seems to be a really big topic, and we talked about this before we came on and really want to stick with this and about self-care because self-care means so many things to so many different people. And I think it's one of the most important things that we forget. And it can be just taking care of yourself where it's like, I'm going to get my nails done or I'm going to get my hair
Yes.
done and I can do those things. But for me, spiritual self-care for me personally, it's one of the biggest things where so many times in our life, we allow people to treat us certain ways or to say certain things or to hurt us in certain ways. And we're okay with it where it could be somebody we don't even really have a big relationship with, where for somebody
Yeah.
else, we wouldn't allow it, right? But we allow people to hurt us. And I think that that's one of the hardest things. We spend so much time getting people to like us. And the people that do like us, we tend to just kind of sometimes put them aside because it's like, well, they do like me, so I don't have to put the energy in. I just think we need to spend time with the people that love you because if somebody's choosing not to like you, they've already made that decision. They've made that choice. And I think all it does is drain your good energy. And your energy is so important. I think we really need to, be okay with just saying, I have to be okay with not putting forth that kind of energy anymore into that.
Yeah. And, I think that we've said this a lot. At least you and I have definitely talked about this a lot where, people think that it becomes selfish or, now you don't love me because you're not helping me. And, I think people do need to understand, like you said, you have to put time into yourself because if you keep giving and giving and giving to others, your cup is getting emptied, but who's refilling it? And, that's where you turn back to yourself. You need to take care of yourself, fill your cup back up because that's when you're most helpful to others. You shouldn't feel like you're always running on empty just to help somebody else out. And it's okay. I want everyone to know this. It is totally okay to choose yourself first. You have to take care of yourself so you can take care of others. And if you do that, then I think you end up helping more people.
And I think what you realize sometimes too, sometimes it's the people that hurt you in life. Like if you just stop, right, and you stop trying to go overboard or make them like you, they're the same ones that when you stop will wonder why you stopped, right? They won't acknowledge you in the beginning, you know what I mean? They don't acknowledge what you do, but then when you stop, you know what I mean? It's kind of, people wonder why you aren't helping them anymore. And I just think life is just this journey that we have to understand the other side in heaven. The angels are trying to help us with lessons in life. And I don't think we think that they don't care about these things. People think, oh, it's got to be the big things and the accidents or if someone's sick. And of course, yes, it's that. But on our daily life, it's these little things that can keep wearing on you and wearing on your soul when you don't take the time. And we all just say, I wish I had 5 more minutes. I wish I had more time for this in our life. And we have to just make the time, whether you pencil it in. I don't care if you write it in and say, I'm taking 20 minutes, every day from 4 or half an hour, 4 to 4:30, 9 to 9:30 at night, whenever it is. If you pencil it in, it becomes a way of life and people will understand and they will start to understand this is my time, not because I don't want to be around you, just because I just need that. And that's all it
Right.
means. I just need the
Yeah.
time.
I like you've said this a few times where, before you get up in the morning, where you don't pull your phone, like just take the time for
Yes.
yourself,
Yes.
just relax, take those few minutes. And that's all you need sometimes. It's just a few minutes. Collect your thoughts. Okay. And you say positive things to yourself. Today's going to be a good day. Like I'm going to have a good day.
Yes.
And I think that's a big start. And these sound like such easy things to do, but they actually are quite difficult for a lot of people. But what I will say is that once you start doing it, it becomes a habit. And when you have the habit, and I do think that's an excellent idea, like pencil in time for yourself.
If you have to do that.
Right. Pencil it in. I mean, or mark it on your calendar. Everybody, we're an electronic age this
Yes.
time.
Yes. Well, you're talking about me, Jen. You know how I am. So,
I know.
I thought that's, I'm still old school like that, which is
Yes,
fine.
but you can put it, they have the Google calendars now,
Yes.
or
Yes.
even calendars with your emails, and you can just set a little bit of time aside for yourself. And I think that when we start to do, again, just small little things, as you said, people can go get their hair done, can get their nails done, they can do all these different things for themselves, but it doesn't even have to be something that's costing you money. I mean, one thing I like to do for myself is I like to take time to meditate. It just recenters me. Like I feel like it refocuses my energy. I feel so happy and light, like once I've meditated. And, That's something that I like to do actually in the evening time. Sometimes I do it a couple of times during the day, but I like to do it in the evening time before I'm going to bed because it does give you this like nice relaxed state. And I feel like I get better sleep that way. And that may work for somebody, but maybe it doesn't work for other people. But meditation is something, one, is free, and two, you can do it any time of the day. You could do it really anywhere, honestly. Like I've done it in my car when I've only had a couple of minutes that I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to sit here. I like will find something that I want in the background, like maybe a certain frequency. My favorite thing is Native American flutes. I think that is just an amazing thing to have on in the background to meditate for me, but I highly recommend it. And again, sometimes it's just a couple of minutes and it just like clears you. It makes you feel good. It fills your cup back up.
Well, to me, what it is it's a connection. We need to feel connected to something because this is why we feel so lost down here because we do spend too much time on electronics. We're looking for the next best product, the next quick fix. Take this and you're going to lose 5 pounds by next week. Put this,
Yeah.
wrinkles will be gone by tomorrow. There's nothing quick. And we've got to understand that when you disconnect, you reconnect. And that's what I want people to understand. If you just keep saying that when I disconnect, I reconnect, because your spiritual team is a very high vibrational energy. And that's why I think music is a great healer. I like to personally, I'll put music in and I'll dance like nobody's watching. For me, it's
I
just,
love that.
you would see me in my spiritual room, people walk by the windows, like I will put music on and honestly, and I will dance to music, whatever it is, because when I do that, I feel so much energy that comes through. Music is a big connector for me. And I just think that, that's what I like to do. Or for me, really, honestly, it's getting up first thing in the morning and I connect before I get out of bed, 10, 15 minutes, because we're still connected to heaven. I can't emphasize that enough. It's before you start the day and everything starts polluting your brain and your mind and you start worrying. When you just say, I know you're with me, and that's all it is, a conversation. You can look at meditation where, it has different meanings for some people when they get afraid. I can't meditate. I just look at it where you're just asking and saying, I need help. The world, my angel, God, I know you're there. Please help me with this. Show me what to do with this today. It's more than I want to do by myself. And I know that you're with me. And when you just do that, you're just inviting everything in that is good. And that's just, to me, what it is. It's inviting that love into your life. And then during the day, you'll start getting messages. You'll just say, why did I feel this? People message me all the time. Renee, I just sensed this. I felt this. I heard this. And I just smile because I want this for everyone, because I know it's within everybody. Every day I say this, we are all connected. We're all getting messages, right? It's for a reason, because they want to help you on this daily life. I know the accidents, I always say the big things, but it's the little things in your life, Jen, that they want to help you connect with. So I just think just staying connected and asking and be patient, because they hear you.
They definitely do. And again, like as you said, I do think when people think like, oh, I can't meditate, you can. And I tell people to start small. I've had people ask me about it. Start small. You don't have to meditate the way I do, and the way you meditate is different as well. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be, it's not one way and that's the only way. And that's where I say, like, again, sometimes you have 5 minutes, sometimes you may have 30 minutes. You're going to still get something out of it, and you have to start somewhere. So I think starting small, it helps you connect for sure. I feel like when I started meditating a few years ago, it's when I started noticing more things, little symbols, if you would, that people call them, like messages. I take them as messages. Sometimes you're just having a conversation or you have a thought, because they hear our thoughts. Even if we're not saying it out loud, they can hear our thoughts. And, all of a sudden you get a sign. Your little symbol as you might see a feather or cardinals. Some people see butterflies, dragonflies, those things. So I do think when you start taking care of yourself, you do start connecting more with your spiritual team,
Well,
and it helps.
even for me, when clients come, usually at the end now, because I love connecting people to and teaching them as much as the messages. And I am when I give a message, I have to have it make sense. I don't want to just give generalizations, right? Like, I feel waves in your life, or I feel changes, or like, I just want to just say, what I mean, this is your Uncle Bill, the William, your grand, like, I am very detailed about what I do, because I want people to understand that's how loved they are. I don't want them to leave and ever second guess, because to me, the other side is very, very clear about how they want to help you, right? You're going to know when you're getting it. They might show you numbers. We're big on angel numbers. They might show you anything like this. And it's just to make you understand, and people go, well, why the number? Because after a while you get to say, I keep seeing this. And it's just their way. They love you more than you could ever possibly love yourself. That's what's so beautiful about the divine world. They don't leave. If you knew who stood beside you, you would never be afraid of anything again the rest of your life. If you saw the amount of angels and the divine that is surrounding you. So on your daily life, listen, and that's where the grind comes in. It's the daily life that's hard. It's the getting in the traffic. It's in the people that are annoying you. It's being late for work. It's, you understand, it's going to the grocery store. It's all these things. It's paying your bills. Can I do this? It's these daily things that after a while in the course of a day, a week, a month, and a year, what I mean? You start to just go, well, is there really anybody out there? People say that. Do they really hear me? Yeah, they do. And when you just start to just ask, it's like if you go to a restaurant, you don't say, waitress says, can I help you? You don't just sit there. Then they bring you something you don't want. You say, I would like this. I would like that. Make it medium rare, whatever it is. You get very even detailed about what you want.
Yeah.
It's thing in your life, just say, this is what I need right now in my life. I feel lost. Help me, show me with this. And honestly, if people to understand, the more they do this, because clients that come to me that are doing this will message me and say, I got a message. I got a message. And when they do that, I just feel like I'm so happy for them. And I want it for everyone. That's why we do these messages all the time, because it has nothing to do with us. It has to do with, we don't ask for anything. We're not selling anything. We're just saying, this is here for you. It's here for you. Nobody has any greater gift than anybody else in this world. It's just gifts, I just think on our daily message in this gem, this is what we want people to understand. And we're hoping that, it's helping them. We want them to feel connected and not alone, because people feel really alone today. And I know it's hard, even with the messages. Sometimes they're going, well, if I could do that, I would. I've heard people say that if it's that easy, I would. And I know that maybe in that place and space you're in, it might feel like that, but you have to believe in something. You've got to start somewhere. You've got to give something a chance. And hope is the greatest thing that you're going to do. What I mean? And like you say, the meditating and connecting.
Yeah. And I think it's a good place to start. It's not the only place to be. And there's more things that, we will share with people that they're able to do, but it's just a good place to start. That it's a very, I want it to be easy, as you said. You want it to be easy for people to feel like they can connect. And one of the best ways for you to do that is starting with self-care and, meditate,
whatever that is. So listen, we just hope that these are resonating with people, and we're seeing the messages, Jen, like we're seeing how people are understanding that we just really sincerely are trying to help them on this spiritual journey, because spirituality means different things for everyone. But at the end of the day, spirituality, the main thing is hope, what I mean?
Yeah.
And love, and its guidance. And that's all that it wants to do, however it resonates for you. So Jen, listen, I know we're still looking forward to this season, and we're getting started, and we're going to have more guests come on, but I really like doing these with you also, because I think it's important for people to know that these are about you, that when they listen to this, they can get something from this. This is about you. This is about the people that are listening, that we're here for you. And we want you to understand that you matter. Your life matters.
Absolutely.
And this is what we want to share with everybody. So Jen, listen, have a beautiful week, and we will connect next week.
Okay. Bye.